How many of you have an old laptop at home? I mean, a real dinosaur. This is an old work computer that I have. It belongs to the university, so I can't get rid of it. And I haven't used it in years. I use my own personal laptop because it's a lot lighter. It only weighs a couple of pounds. This thing, I could lift this instead of going to the gym. Now, we all know that it's important to recycle. Hopefully you recycle your aluminum cans, you recycle your glass bottles, recycle paper, because that can be reused. Some of that material can be used in new aluminum cans and new plastic bottles and glass bottles and to make new newspapers. But it's really especially important that we recycle electronics for three reasons. First of all, let's face it. Electronics, personal electronics, they change so quickly. We're always trying to get a new phone, a new laptop, a new iPad, something smaller, sexier, sleeker, a different color, different model. Keeping up with the Joneses, can't have the same phone for 4 years in a row, heaven forbid. Well, where do all of those unused electronics go? They go in landfills, and they take up a lot of space. So, because electronics are not biodegradable, it's very important that we recycle them so they don't take up way too much space in our landfills. A second reason is because a lot of what goes into building personal electronics is bad for the environment. It can be poisonous materials, there can be mercury, there can be cadmium, all sorts of horrible things that we don't want getting into the soil, we don't want getting into the air, and we certainly do not want getting into our fresh water system. And a third reason is monetary. There are valuable recyclable materials in our consumer electronics. For example, there are bits of gold and other precious metals that are used in the contacts and the electric contacts that are in there, in the electrical wiring. And we certainly wouldn't throw away gold jewelry. No, you'd bring it to, I won't mention the name, but you all know who I'm talking about on TV. You know the commercials. You'd bring it down to him and get cash for your old broken gold jewelry. So it makes sense that we take the precious metals like gold out of our unused electronics and we recycle those. Now, we personally are not going to get money from that, but it's going to help keep the price down of the next generation of electronics if they don't have to go and mine all of that new gold to make the contacts in our new consumer electronics. So it makes sense for a number of reasons to recycle your personal electronics.